left if you come to a fork in the road.
Yes, sir. Turn left at the fork in the road.
I don't believe that.
To infinity and beyond.
You're going to need a bigger volume.
How are you?
I'm great.
Why are you laughing?
I don't know.
What's your name?
My name's Darcy Lynn.
Orange? Who made the console orange?
Do I look orange?
I didn't touch it.
Orange is not my color.
Not me. Hello? Oh my gosh, I'm anxiety.
Green light. Red light.
I'll have what she's having.
Hey, where's the beat?
Yo.
And we're live, and guess you forgot to run the Victor ad.
Hey Stan, how you doing?
I'm doing amazing. That's a cool shirt you got on.
Well, thank you for sending it to me.
I ordered myself a custom solo shirt. You know what? Sometimes, like this one too, it's cheaper to buy these than it is to make them. Like than to buy the fabric and make them yourself. Sometimes.
Really? That's cool though.
And so I ordered myself a solo shirt and I ordered a 2X, which I'm normally an XL. And I put it on. It was like trying to stuff a sausage into some casing.
I looked at the size on this thing and I was like, really? And I put it on and I go, oh well, it fits.
So, like, well, I'm never going to fit into this. I shipped it out to Patrick, and so Patrick is a 2X now.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm getting big. Well, all right. Well,
all right. First in.
Is there anything to talk about besides D23? I mean, D23's over, right?
Yeah, we're not doing D23 anymore.
I know.
Yeah.
What have we watched?
Well, hang on. Let's see who's here. Let's see who's here.
Gotcha,
Lily's in from Michigan. She's the first one in, and her internet's working, so that's a good thing. And Don, hey Don, welcome. And Caleb's going to be our moderator today, so don't mess up in there. He'll kick you out. Goth Betty. I'm not familiar. Do you know who this is?
She's been in there a couple times, but
yeah, they've been here.
I'm not sure.
Hello. And Mary is here. It looks good, the shirts. And Jason Garcia, nice. Haven't seen you in some time. Right on. Welcome for joining us. Mary, sorry, someone was.
I like Jason's profile picture.
Jedi. Yeah, Jason's a big Star Wars fan. I actually met Jason. We went to California for D23 2 years ago, and we had a get together for dinner. And Jason came.
Nice.
And he got to sit next to a Star Wars actor.
Ooh.
Yeah, the original Mace.
Really?
Married over D23. Yeah. Yeah, there was a lot of fun that get together we had. I was here at 8:55, but didn't type anything. Oh, so Mary's saying she was first. All right, well. Okay, what did you watch there, Caleb? My gosh, Patrick. Something you got to learn about.
All right, since we didn't have a few weeks, I'll try to keep it short, but I got a longer list.
You got a long list already. And people in the chat, tell us what you watched too.
Yeah. So I finished season 4 of The Boys. It took me a long time. It was fantastic. I loved it. It's just really hard to watch, really violent, not for the kids. Got to do it at certain times. But I liked it. Do you watch it?
I watched the first 2.5 seasons.
Gotcha. So apparently in the finale, in the post, I guess what you would call the denouement, but leading up into season 4, there were some characters that showed up from Gen V, and I haven't watched that.
Okay.
But they showed up for 10 seconds, so I really don't care.
Okay.
Next thing, my wife and I are watching Ozark together, and we finished season 1 of Ozark.
I heard nothing but good things about that.
It is really intense. If you're trying to go to sleep, don't watch it.
Okay.
What I mean, it's not going to necessarily keep you up because it's scary or anything, but it gets your heart going. And then a while back, but I wanted to mention it now. Rings of Power season 1. I went back and rewatched the entire first season in preparation for season 2, which comes out this week, August 29th on Prime Video. At least here in the States it does. It's a Prime Video thing, so it should be if you have Prime.
Yeah. I gotta renew my Prime because I have Prime. It's Apple I don't have. I gotta renew.
I'm
Rings of
super
Power, that's
excited.
that's the Lord of the Rings one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. They've essentially taken like half of a chapter of the Silmarillion and expanded it massively. I really enjoyed it. So
Great. I want to watch it. I want to watch that one too.
And then
give me a lot of homework here, Patrick.
Well, Rings of Power is very long, but
Yeah.
if you like that sort of drama, fantasy drama, I can just keep watching it.
Yeah.
And then I've watched and finished Batman Caped Crusader, which is also on Amazon Prime. That's the one that I got to see the first episode in San Diego at Comic-Con.
Animated?
It's animated.
Okay. I was going to say, how come I'm not familiar with this? Okay.
The big names are all as J.J. Abrams is involved. What's his name? Who's the director of the Batman movie, Pattinson? I'm forgetting all the names right now. But
Mark
all
Hamill?
these no, Mark Hamill's not in it.
Okay.
Actually the Joker is I won't say.
Don't
But
spoil
they but so I loved it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. If you enjoyed the original Batman the Animated Series, this is not that, but it's enough of that you're gonna love it.
Okay. I love the original, like not the original, but yeah, I mean the animated series. I love that.
It is much more grown up in how sort of twisted some of the bad guys are. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. So that's the end of my TV shows. Then all my
movies
are kids.
30 movies?
No, not that bad. No. The movies it's actually a short list because kids watch them over and over and over. Trolls Band Together.
Okay.
It's like the fourth Trolls movie.
Thumbs up, thumbs down.
If you've got kids and it's on in the background, thumbs up. If you're trying to sit down and watch a movie, find something else.
Do they all have high-pitched voices or?
No. Justin Timberlake is himself, basically.
Oh, okay. I was picturing.
No, it's not that bad. And the music is fine. If you like pop music, if you like NSYNC in particular, you would love this movie. Then I got to watch something that I've always wanted to watch and haven't gotten to, is Spirited Away, the Studio Ghibli movie.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I got my kids home from the zoo and it was so hot. And I was like, hey guys, let's watch this. And they didn't complain and they just watched it and got into it.
Nice.
That movie is awesome. Like, apparently all Studio Ghibli movies are fantastic. I've now seen only 2. My kids just kind of don't have the patience for them unless I exhaust them already. It was fantastic. The characters are great. Then this one, Descendants Rise of Red. Like, it's the new Descendants movie.
Oh, okay.
It's basically the Disney Channel, which now is Disney Plus Direct. It's like,
okay, I almost clicked play on that one. I thought this is going to be Disney Channel-ish. I feel like.
So it starts out in a time frame where it picks up kind of where the third one left off, and then they go back in time and do a whole bunch of stuff and fix a problem, and then come back in time, and it's all good. Cool.
I never watched any of the other colors of the Descendants, so I don't know.
Yeah, the first one's okay. Then this one, I think I mentioned last time, Beetlejuice. My kids wanted to watch something, and I was like, this is kind of scary. It's rated PG, and they drop an F-bomb, and it's scary for a small kid.
Okay, so I think I had this conversation with you. It sounds familiar. Back in my day, when Beetlejuice came out, there was no PG-13. It was G or PG.
Right.
Yeah. So if it had an F-bomb, it would be PG.
Right. And I just looked it up. Yeah. And it's PG.
Yeah.
And Oh man, as it comes by, my daughter goes, "Did he just?" And I was like, "Shut."
Don't tell mom.
So, but that's the end of my list.
All
What
right,
what have you watched?
let's go through some of the chat here. Jason
Oh,
finally
gotcha.
got to watch Deadpool and Wolverine. Like, awesome. Same here. I went to it.
Nice.
Well, not last week, but the week before. And he saw Return of the Jedi in concert.
Oh,
that'd be
that
cool.
would be awesome. Please tell me that you wore a robe.
Or was it at the Hollywood Bowl? I'd love to see that.
Oh, that would be fantastic. Yeah.
Mary, I just rewatch old shows. I'm starting to watch Criminal Minds from the beginning because I never saw the last 3 episodes.
3 seasons.
Reboot show on Paramount Plus.
Interesting.
Cool. Caleb's watching Disney Channel. I've been watching Disney Channel. I knew it. The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody for the 7th time. I believe I finally got to watch Disney Legends Award ceremony. That was actually really good. The Disney
I need
Legends
to put that on my list. I need to put that on my list.
Good.
I need to watch that.
I watched that one.
That
Donna's
90s show.
watching the 90s show. You know what? Oddly enough, the 90s show reminds me of Paris.
Really?
Yeah, because when I was in Paris, I rented an apartment, and all they had was French channels, so it was pointless watching TV. But I'd like to watch a little bit of something before I go to bed. So I figured, well, I'll watch something like from home, like the news, whatever. But because I was out of the country, it wouldn't let me stream local channels, like type of thing. But I was able to watch Netflix, so I watched the 90s show.
Oh,
so I watched. Mark Hamill is Mark Hamill is not in
I think
Manitoba
it's
anymore. He's done. He moved on. He was actually in Chicago last week. Is it a time heist? I think he's on with Descendants Red.
Oh, it's not a time heist. No. It's like I would say that the plot is so flimsy that if I tell you any little thing about it, you'll understand everything. So I'll let it go.
Stan is saying back in my day just makes us sound old. I say back in my day like 12 times a day. So Lily says I haven't watched much lately. Oh, you can watch us. It was at the new concert venue in Irving, California. I went with my kids and I wanted to dress up as Darth Vader. So we did a loose Vader. Oh, that is awesome.
Nice.
And he's got the cutest little kids. He has two young boys that are just the right age. Nice. I watched a repeat of the Solo Show on YouTube, and I think I've been hanging around with Patrick too long, or Patrick's been hanging around with me too long, because this happened. On that wasn't it. This happened.
You're gonna start off with the top movies domestically, eh?
Yeah, we're not gonna. Did you catch the A? That's what I watched. Start off with the top movies.
The Chameleon.
I couldn't believe it. I thought, that's pretty cool. Okay, what did I watch? I watched a ton of stuff. I'm just going to go over a couple of things really, really quick. Godzilla Kong, The New Empire. I think that came out earlier this year.
Yeah.
It's available for streaming now. It was not good.
Rock'em Sock'em Robots, right?
Yeah, but it's just it was just Caleb was saying, what the heck was that, me? Yeah, that was you in the clip, but it was, yeah, that's funny. That guy from Texas here using the A. Oh my gosh, you're rubbing off on Patrick.
No, hopefully I'll just get you to say y'all.
Oh, I say that all the time too.
Oh.
Anyways, yeah, it was just like watching a video game.
Yeah.
It was yeah. And at the credits at the end, I think there was like 20 actors and like 20 stunt people and 3,000 special effects artists.
Yep. Yep. All digital effects.
It was all digital effects. And it was just Godzilla roaring and then King Kong roaring back, and then they fight each other. Then Mothra came, and then another like a Godzilla that instead of shooting fire shoots ice. And then another Kong
that's
came,
the one.
And then,
okay.
And then like a little Kong came that reminded me of Diddy Kong. It was just like, this is just so bad. I am so sorry. And then Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Same thing. It was a bunch of gorillas screaming at each other for 2 hours. Yeah, I didn't. And I'm a huge fan of the genre. I love King Kong. I love Godzilla. I love Planet of the Apes.
So that's a portion of sci-fi that I have unfortunately overlooked. I haven't seen any of the Planet of the Apes movies. None of them.
I've seen them all.
I need to sit down and start to watch them, but I want to start with the original, and then
You know
I guess
what?
I could probably skip Mark Wahlberg, right?
You could probably actually the Mark Wahlberg ones are probably better, but you could just probably stop after the original one.
Oh,
Watch
okay.
the original one. Oh,
I heard
speaking
that
of
these
Planet of the
new
Apes,
ones were
so
good.
did you hear about these people that got shot off into space on the Bombardier thing, and
Yeah.
they were supposed to be an 8-day trip, and now they're gonna be there for 80 days? Okay,
Yep.
here's the plan. Everybody go out buy gorilla costumes for when they come back.
Yep.
It'll be the best joke ever.
Wherever they land, we got to
Yep.
have an inflatable Lady Liberty just waiting for them on the beach.
Yeah. We'll all dress up in gorilla suits, and we'll pretend that they're back at Planet of the Apes. Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire. I watched that one the other day. It was good. I mean, I think the last two were better of the new ones.
I didn't see the one before. Well, I haven't seen any of the new ones, so
Yeah.
I was on a plane when I saw this one, and it kept me interested on the plane for sure. But
Yeah.
I felt like I was missing a little something because I didn't see the ones before it.
Yeah. And then Skywalker's A Love Story. We showed the trailer on here a few weeks back. It's on Netflix.
Do you
gotta
have
watch
do you keep your heart rate? Did your heart rate just pound while you were watching it?
You know what? I get an alarm when it gets too high, so I didn't get an alarm. So,
Okay.
but you got to watch it. It's good.
That's one that
It was good.
just watching the trailer was hard for me to watch.
I know. Yeah, the whole show is like that with them being doing these stupid things, and then they show clips of people that don't survive climbing these buildings, like really really short clips, type of thing. Yeah. Maybe not talk about inflatable ladies.
Lady Liberty. Lady Liberty.
And then the other clip that we showed a couple weeks back was Chimp Crazy.
Mhm.
It's on HBO. Oh my gosh, this woman's nuts. She's
I've
one that
seen
has all
some
these
ads
chimps.
for it, and it seems nuts.
Yeah, you got to watch it. I was like, I'm going to give this a chance. So I'm not sure how many episodes there are, but the first episode dropped this week, and she has 7 chimpanzees living in her house in cages and whatnot. And PETA is like, you can't have chimpanzees living with you. You got to get rid of these things. And they gave her a list of things that you had to do in order to keep these chimps. So she says she did them, and she said she spent $500,000, but the PETA people are saying, well, you spent like $100, maybe $1,000. And no, you can't do this. They took her to court, and I don't want to spoil it, but there's a twist at the end that's like, oh, I can hardly wait for the next episode to drop because I gotta see what happens. It's like there's a twist at the end.
So I might have to watch that in secret. My wife is a zookeeper, and as soon as I mentioned this show to her, she just
we're not supporting it. Well, the good news is, I don't want to spoil it, but PETA wants to take these chimps to a proper facility.
Yeah.
So she might like that part of it.
Yeah.
And it's an amazing looking facility that they have. It looks beautiful where they want to take these chimps. Anyway, so that's what we watched. What are the top movies?
Top movies coming in at number 3. It Ends With Us.
Yeah.
Weekend gross of 12 million. Total gross 121 over 3 weeks. And that Reynolds family bringing it in.
I'm surprised this is still in the top 3. I really am. I guess people like this.
I think I don't know anything about it, but it was a book, and this is a movie adaptation of a book. It's got Blake Lively in it. Romance comedy, whatever it is. Lots of moms want to go see it at the end of summer.
Yeah.
Making a ton of money. Go for it.
And then last week, this one was number
1, but now it's number 2.
Yeah.
Is Alien Romulus. Weekend gross of 16 million, total at 73 over its 2 weeks. So that's a big drop over its 2 week run.
Yeah, it was a big, and it's still number 2. It won't be in the top 3 next week, I don't think.
I don't think so. Not with some of the stuff that's been coming out. I heard that one of the new movies coming out is pretty good. We can talk about that later.
Okay.
And then at number 1, Deadpool and Wolverine. Back at
in the
number
top
1.
spot.
Yeah. 18 million. Oh, over 500,000, 577.
Yes.
Domestic. Just domestic.
It went back to number 1 because Jason went to it this week. So Jason Garcia went to it this week. So.
I saw some ads that said, "Come back and see it again."
Really?
I've seen those start to roll out. And I'm like, well, I don't want to see it. Wait, I never paid. Well, I mean, a way I did pay to see it, but
I'll wait for it to come out on Disney Plus.
It'll come on Disney Plus, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, and then our first headline is also Disney related. You want to take it?
No, you go ahead. You're better at this.
Inside Out number 2 becomes the first animated film to hit $1 billion at the international box office. The coming-of-age film is just one of 12 films and the only animated movie to ever cross that billion-dollar threshold. Other films in this club include both the Avatars, Titanic, Avengers Endgame, Avengers Infinity War, and Star Wars The Force Awakens. So, I mean, impressive company. It's impressive company.
So Disney with Deadpool, Aliens, and Inside Out 2, they're going to take the year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we're like just over halfway through the year.
Easily. Well, and then look at that top list that you said, just the things that you listed. Everything except, well, I mean, I guess Star Wars, no, The Force Awakens was Disney.
Titanic isn't. Is the only
Titanic
thing
isn't. So everything but Titanic on that list is Disney.
Yeah.
I have a theory.
Jason gave Deadpool some help. He figured it needed help. You have a theory?
I have a theory. Part of it is just how much movie tickets cost. I think that's really the only thing.
Well, yeah.
I mean, Titanic staying in the list over time is impressive. Gone with the Wind staying in the all-time list is impressive.
Yeah. I don't understand Gone with the Wind being more than Star Wars.
I think it might have been the only movie that ran for something like 1.5 years, 2 years.
Yeah, but Star Wars ran for 1.5 years, 2 years. I didn't see Star Wars till 1978 because it wasn't running, because it didn't come to my theater until 1978.
I don't know.
It was a year later, the summer of 78. Anyway, Mary said that's pretty cool. It sure is.
Yeah, it is.
I know too.
It's cool to see the animators, the animation team that made Disney what it is, getting some love by the fans at this point.
Yeah. What's next?
Simone Biles imitating Emily in Paris.
Yeah. So do you watch Emily in Paris at all?
I do not. I've seen the trailer.
You and your wife should sit down and watch it. It's good. It's really good. I think the 3rd season's running right now. Part 1 of the 3rd season is running right now. Part 2 of
That's right. They split it up. It's one of the ones they split up.
Yeah. It is. It has like great characters. It's kind of like it's totally different. But if you like Ted Lasso, you would probably like this. It's like that type of humor.
Feel good. Good funny.
So Simone Biles, after the Olympics were done, she shot a couple of Emily in Paris scenes in Paris.
Very cool.
They're pretty good. She's not a good actress. She's not a good actor, but they're pretty good. They're pretty funny.
Ever since I moved to Paris, my life has been chaotic and dramatic and complicated. Without basic bitches like me, you wouldn't be fashionable. I'm not somebody who can share a crepe. I need the whole crepe.
She won't be getting any Oscars anytime soon.
Well, our next headline is also Simone Biles.
Yeah.
She claims that a Paris club tried to charge her $26,000 for a single champagne bottle.
Right. So after they were done the closing ceremonies, they went to this bar, and I guess they ordered a champagne bottle, and this was the bottle they brought to the table. And she's doing one of those, how often it's very popular on TikTok and Instagram, where they do their makeup tutorials and they talk while they're doing their makeup. So that's what she's doing here.
Okay, we had closing ceremonies at the Olympics. I went, and after that, we went out. You guys, this club tried to charge me $26,000 for a bottle of champagne. Like, are you insane? Obviously, I didn't buy it. But why would you even try to play me like that? Like, that's wild.
Well, the thing is, though, that's probably what the price was. I don't think that they were... Paris is known for their champagne, and I'm sure they got $26,000 bottles of champagne.
So as far as Olympians go, Simone Biles is on the same level as LeBron James. Hey, Jimmy. But with worldwide fame, LeBron James and, well, money, LeBron James is going to outrank just about anybody, right?
Yeah.
So if LeBron James shows up at that club and they offer him a $26,000 bottle of champagne, if he's just won a gold medal, he can do that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. and not only they wouldn't even drink it, he would just shake it up and spray it on everybody.
But this is me, I guess, in my own way. I guess I'm mansplaining, and I guess I shouldn't. Trying to sunny side, like, take it as a compliment. Somebody thinks that you can pay $26,000 for something.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Thank
for
you,
sure.
Thank you, but no thank you.
Yeah, for sure. They got bottles that cost that much.
Yeah.
What was the next headline?
Dancing with the Stars has cast another gymnast, the Pommel horse guy, Olympian Stephen. Oh man, I don't know how to say his last name. Nedoroscik.
Just calls him the Pommel horse guy. So this guy, he got like silver, didn't he? I can't remember what he got.
In Pommel horse, I think he got silver or bronze. He medaled individually, but his performance on the Pommel horse got the U.S. Olympic team their first team medal.
Yeah,
in a very long time.
But he got really known for he's one of us. He's a geeky guy.
Yes,
and when he's not. Everyone else is kind of chatting. He's sitting in the corner doing the Rubik's Cube thing and all that. He's one of us. Yeah. So he's going to be on Dancing with the Stars. Like, I don't watch Dancing with the Stars. I always said, like, if Weird Al would come on, I'd probably watch it. I might watch it this year just because he's going to be on. I'll watch it until he's on, probably. Because he seems like a fun guy.
Yeah. And I'll just say, I don't have any opinion of Dancing with the Stars. I don't watch it. I hope he makes himself some money and can continue successfully living his life being a gymnast.
Well, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And traditionally, gymnasts do very, very well on Dancing with the Stars.
Well,
when they're on.
Yeah.
Alrighty. What's next?
Alicia Silverstone.
Any comments on any of these headlines? People aren't interested in these headlines.
Alicia Silverstone sampled some poisonous fruit she found.
Yeah. So
I saw this somewhere else. I don't know what happened. What happened?
Okay, so what happened was she posted this video on I think it was TikTok. TikTok. Yeah, she posted this video.
Okay, I've discovered something that I can't figure out what it is, and I need your help. I just bit into it because I was on the street and we were discussing whether this was a tomato or not. It's definitely not, because look at these leaves. Those are the leaves. So what the heck is this? Because when you open it up, it looks like that. And if I bite it, I don't think you're supposed to eat this. But it's almost like a pepper. Does anyone know what this is? I don't know what it is. I need someone to tell me. I'm in England. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no, you're not supposed to eat it because you found it in somebody's yard, first of all.
First of all, you're stealing from someone.
Yeah, and posting it on your TikTok. But it turns out it's a Jerusalem cherry, which is toxic and not meant for human consumption. Yeah, so all the comments were like, that's a Jerusalem cherry. It's toxic. You probably shouldn't be eating it. It's poisonous. And yeah, Mary says, why is she eating random things on the side of the walkway? First of all, yes. So then she posted later on in the day, because everybody was commenting, she's saying, I'm alive and well, don't worry, I didn't swallow. But she posted a picture from 20 years ago and hasn't posted anything on her Twitter or X yet. I don't know if she's okay or not. That's yeah. Why would she post a picture from 20 years ago saying I'm fine? Well, could you get a newspaper from today and hold it up and take a picture?
This is why our idols, our superstars, shouldn't be models, TV stars, movie stars. They should be accomplished professionals in some field.
But what's really cool is, so if you go to the Wikipedia and you search Jerusalem cherry, this was like the same day. This pops up. Alicia Silverstone, an actress best known for starring in the movie Clueless, posted a TikTok of herself eating an unknown cherry tomato-like fruit in the street of England in August 2024. Fans identified this as a Jerusalem cherry, prompting concerns of her health and spawning many memes.
Well, I mean, how poisonous are we talking?
I don't think it's poisonous. Like, I think if you eat a lot of it, it could be, but it's toxic type of thing. And the leaves and everything, yeah, just don't eat random fruit.
So, as much as I hate to say it, my mom has done that. We had something growing in our backyard. She's like, I wonder what this is growing in our backyard. It was a red pepper, like a roasted red pepper that you would put on pizza. That's what it was. And she popped one. And fresh, they're really hot. So she learned the hard way. But then we had roasted red peppers until the end of time.
At least it wasn't the mushroom growing in her backyard that goes, this can't be bad for me. Mary's saying, when I saw her, it made me feel old because I remember her in the Aerosmith video.
I remember her as Batgirl.
Yes, that's right. I forgot about that. The next one, you sent this one to me.
Yeah, Superman, the Christopher Reeve story. The man you knew, the story you didn't. It's a biopic about Christopher Reeve, Superman, the Christopher Reeve story. Only in theaters September 21st and September 25th. Tickets are now available.
Yeah. So
can we watch the trailer? Is it possible?
Yeah, I got the trailer ready to go. Here, we'll check it out.
All right.
Everybody's looking for a hero. I am not a hero.
That was a part. I played the part. I'm not that man.
Hands down, he was Superman from day one.
I realized that if I could pull off this part, it would change my life. John Houseman said, Mr. Reeve, it is very important you become a serious classical actor. Unless, of course, they offer you a load of money to do something else.
He convinced me when I first met him that he would fly.
Doing things with my dad, it was all about activity and action. Riding bikes, playing soccer, skiing.
My dad was very competitive, and he didn't necessarily slow down.
We said goodbye, and he gave this wave. That was the last time I saw him on his feet.
Mr. Reeve currently has no movement or spontaneous respiration.
Superman, crazy. Just that simple little thing over the horse.
I'd ruined my life and everybody else's. I won't be able to ski, sail, throw a ball to Will. Won't be able to make love to Dana. Maybe we should let me go.
She came flying in, and she just yelled, I love you. I love you.
And then she said the words that saved my life. You're still you, and I love you.
He
and Robin were such good friends because they could match each other.
Robin also had struggles that he dealt with his whole life, and I think that they both were aware of darkness.
Brother Chris is fighting like crazy. When you find people who fight like that but still keep their humanity, that gives you great hope.
That is tough because I can feel him, but he can't feel me.
It must have been hell for my mom, too, knowing what she had lost.
I felt I needed to do something, not just for myself, but for everyone else in the same condition.
The fact that Superman was in a wheelchair and was willing to go public with it was huge.
Help is on the way.
The Christopher and Dana Reeve Paralysis Act.
People are literally walking because of him.
What is a hero? My answer was that a hero is someone who commits a courageous action without considering the consequences. Now my definition is completely different. I think a hero is an ordinary individual who finds the strength to persevere and endure in spite of overwhelming obstacles. I wouldn't have missed this for the world.
I think you need to bring Kleenex if you're going to go watch that one.
Oh, yeah.
Grab some napkins from the lobby.
Oh, yeah.
That is going to be a tearjerker for sure.
That is the first comic book movie I ever saw as a kid. I mean, I was born after it came out, but it was the first comic book movie I ever remember seeing because it was so family friendly.
Yeah. Lily's saying this should be interesting. Mary saying, "Wow, just wow, I got goosebumps and music bumps." Mm-hmm. It looks so sad. It does. It does. I kind of want to see it though.
I would love to see it. I would love to see what has come from it, right? Like he ended up dedicating his entire purpose to whatever this is, and right there at the end they said,
"Yeah." And it's crazy to think it can happen to anybody. You could fall, bang your head a certain way, and that's it. You're paralyzed for life. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
What's our next headline? Another trailer.
Next up, the new Lego Disney series coming to Disney Plus.
We'll play the video first, and then we'll continue.
Okay, here we go.
Where are we going? On an epic journey. I love epic journeys. Yes, it worked. We're back, Dante. Gotcha. Where are you? Whoa.
Now let's get her done. Shocked to see me?
You'll have to get through us first.
Here we go again. Keep your eyes peeled for anything dangerous.
Just keep building, just keep building, just keep building, building, building.
Okay, looks cool. I'm going to watch it. I wish they had the original voices.
Merch. They get to sell more minifigs.
So what was the rest of the description?
Oh, gotcha. Brave, Coco, Cars, The Incredibles, and Finding Nemo in an all-new series called Bricktoons.
Yeah, coming out September 4th. It's going to be fun. I'm sure it's going to be fun. You know, it's Lego, it's Disney.
It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
Almost everything that Lego puts their name on is going to be fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Mary thought that was depressing, the Lego video.
Yeah, but you got to think about what comes from.
Yeah.
There's positives that come from it.
Yeah. Mary's saying that there was Larry the Cable Guy. He's the only one that will do Mater. I did a home video when I had a mater in there, and Larry insisted on doing the audio for it. He wouldn't let me get a different actor. he's it's him and Anthony Daniels. They won't let anybody else touch that character. Like
Yep.
Anthony Daniels, it doesn't matter how minor the part is. Anthony Daniels doing the voice.
Yep.
Anthony. Yeah, Lily might watch that. I think that's gonna be fun. Caleb's gonna watch it. He's gonna pry himself from.
I hope I get to watch it with my kids.
Oh, I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. We'll be saying we watched a Lego show.
Well, Drew Barrymore has been getting too touchy-feely.
Yeah.
Drew Barrymore says she will try her best to be a less hands-on host when the Drew Barrymore show returns for its 5th season this fall. Quote, "I'll try to practice physical distance, which is not my strong point," end quote. Barrymore told Entertainment Tonight reporter Denny Directo before, the pair jokingly grabbed each other in an embrace.
If you ever watch the Drew Barrymore show, I spend more time watching her handle her guests, grabbing their arms and their shoulders, than I do listening to what they're talking about. Because all I think about is, oh my gosh, she's like really manhandling that guest she has on.
The TV personality, who's known for her touchy-feely style with guests, went on to explain that she's a people person.
So that sounds creepy.
So
yeah, Lily says I get uncomfortable watching her show. I mean,
right, yeah. In the interactive, immersive world of entertainment, whatever you would consider that, it's interactivity with other people. It's considered cheap to do physical contact because you're forcing interaction when you touch someone. So, like, if someone, for example, Stan, put their shoulder on you, or put their hand on your shoulder and pulled you into a room and said, "Hey, I need you to go and like help me do this thing." They've just forced you to do something that you might not want to do. But if they say, "Hey, Stan, we've got this haunted mansion thing that we need your help with in this next room. Can you come with us?" Now you're interested. Very different, right? I think that's kind of what she does on her show. She tries to get these emotional moments and she forces them by physical contact.
Yeah, could be. The interview with Oprah that she did, my gosh, I think she touched every square inch of Oprah's body by the time she was done. She was on every part of her. She was on.
Can I just listen to the audio of those, please?
But the funny thing is, like she was talking about when she goes on a date, she finds it very hard to get close to people when she goes on a date. And she says, like, for her, holding hands is like 5th base for her. Like, she created new bases for when she's on a date. Like, she doesn't like touching people when she goes on a date. So, I mean, I like Drew Barrymore. I like her a lot. But
I've always enjoyed her in everything she's everything she's really been.
Well, other than all the drugs and booze and all that stuff she did when she was in her teens.
Everything that she's been in. Yeah.
Yeah. When she was between 13 and 17, she was a bit of a problem. But other than that, she's been pretty good. Sounds like emotional problems. Could be, she did have a rough, very weird. There is a no touching zone, Drew Barrymore. Well, we'll see. I'm curious to see what the new season is going to be like this fall.
Speaking of no touching,
are they going to get rid of the couch and just have like chairs with an end table between them? But she ends up going on the floor then handling people then when that happens. Oh well.
Well, speaking of breakups and no touching,
yes,
J-Lo's breakup with Ben Affleck, which is no surprise, as has been well covered. As anyone has added up the value of her engagement rings from 4 failed marriages and 2 engagements where she didn't even marry the guy.
Yeah, so she has 6 engagement rings in her possession. The first one, I can't even pronounce this guy's name. Onaga now, $130,000 ring. And then Chris Judd, that ring was $200,000. And then the first ring that Ben Affleck gave her was $2.6 million. He paid for it. And then Mark Anthony's ring was $6.5 million. Alex Rodriguez, cheapo, $2 million. That guy could afford more than $2 million ring.
There's a salary cap in the MLB. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And then Ben Affleck's second engagement ring that she just recently took off is $5.6 million.
Oh man, that's that Batman money.
Yeah. So I'm not going to have you guys do the math. I did it for you. It's a grand total of $17.3 million worth of jewelry of the 6 rings. Yeah, I don't think she'll be in any problems anytime soon with as far as money goes. She needs
The double set of these, I think, was $50 with shipping.
Of your rings?
The Enzo rings.
I had to have a lightsaber wedding ring.
Oh, nice. Is that one of the Enzo rings? Yeah, that's one of the Enzo rings.
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
My wife and I have the Han and Leia rings.
Oh, nice. I love you. I know.
In Arabesh, yeah.
Nice.
And we took the photo on the Star Cruiser where Han inscribed Han and Leia's initials, like back behind somewhere hidden.
Oh, cool. That's awesome. Mary is saying it's time for her to give up on marriage. Well, she still has a couple of fingers to fill yet, so she still needs 3 more then all her fingers are done, not counting the thumbs. Totally agree, Mary. She should not get married again. Apparently, no. Ben Affleck is seeing somebody else now. So, yeah.
I just want Batman to be happy at the end of the day. Like those pictures of Ben Affleck smoking, he looks so.
He's dating somebody new now. Because they went to. Oh, I can't remember where they went, but it's a restaurant in LA, and they went there to be seen. It's one of those restaurants where you go there to be seen type of thing. Yeah, like where all the paparazzis hang out. So yeah, so they went there for this restaurant. So yeah. Alrighty. So we got 15 minutes left, and we got just enough time to zip through these. Rare behind scenes and photos of movie magic.
Nice.
So I thought these would be kind of interesting to look at. Some that you may or may not have seen before.
Yeah. So first up is Grant Imahara and Tori Belici from Mythbusters working on the Trade Federation battleships from Star Wars The Phantom Menace.
Yeah, so they both worked on Phantom Menace before they were on Mythbusters.
Yep.
It was kind of cool.
Yep. And this is the sort of stuff that I love to see. That panel that I went to that was from the guy from Lucasfilm who was just doing a slideshow talking about when he worked for Lucasfilm, blah, blah, blah. It was a lot of stuff like this. And it's like, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Next up, Lieutenant Dan, his legs in Forrest Gump, blued out.
Yeah. So he just wore blue stockings with the things tied up. And then that's how they did the Lieutenant Don. Lieutenant Dan. Yeah, you got the Texas accent.
You ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dan.
Hey.
Oh, next up is James Cameron.
Lily is saying that seems really fast to be with somebody else already. They broke up in April but never told anybody. They were kind of still together but not together since April. That was good. I think she's talking with your accent.
Well, thank you.
James Cameron on the set of Titanic.
Cameron in the set of Titanic.
All right, this proves it. There's room on that door for 2 people. There's room on that door for 2 people.
Always. And she says she'll always hold on, and she obviously doesn't.
Yeah.
Yep. Next up, the magic behind BB-8.
Yeah.
Yep, that was a puppet.
Cool.
Yeah.
So this is before they were able to actually make the robot.
Mm-hmm. And there's something to be said about practical effects when you have the budget to actually make practical effects work to the same effect that digital effects can work. Mm-hmm. That's when it looks really good.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely. That's what's the problem with Planet of the Apes and Godzilla. I was watching a video game for 2 hours.
Well, and right. Yes.
and Planet of the Apes.
Yep.
Yeah, Jack
that's
could have
also
lived for sure.
Yes, he
Absolutely.
could
I've been
have.
saying that every time that anyone mentions that show.
That's why the puppet of Yoda in the Phantom Menace has been replaced, because the puppet wasn't up to snuff. It was creepy
Yeah.
looking.
No, wasn't the CG one that was replaced with a puppet?
I don't know what's on Disney Plus right now. I've seen both, and they both blend together in my head.
The CG one was bad.
Excuse me.
Or was
Both of them were not
Yeah,
great.
it looked like a catcher's mitt. That Yoda puppet they had for a while. The one they got now looks good.
The one that was in the Rise of Skywalker was really fun.
Yeah. Alrighty, what's next?
Anyway, a terrific foreground miniature by Spanish effects maestro Emilio Ruiz del Rio for Conan the Destroyer in 1984.
Yeah, this is really cool. Jason saying, yeah, that Yoda puppet was creepy. It sure was. So they made this little miniature and lined it up with, I don't know what happened to the sticks. The sticks are gone somehow, but they lined it up with the actual mountain on the angle. And that's the end result. That's pretty cool.
They probably took a picture with it in place and then removed the miniature and took a picture without the miniature, and then they could stitch that together. Is what I'm assuming.
Or would this be, because I know they do it on glass too. Maybe they took a picture of and put it on. I don't know. Picture on glass, and then put the glass in front of the camera.
I would love to know how they actually did it. Seeing the miniature is gorgeous. I would love to know how they actually did it.
And this end result is amazing.
It is.
You would never know. That's how
the force perspective is so cool.
Yeah, force perspective for sure.
Yeah. Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Model maker Michael Lynch created a mock crowd by cutting and painting 450,000 cotton swabs. To simulate cheering, filmmakers placed fans beneath the setup.
Yeah. So this is a huge model. I didn't realize this model was that big until I saw this picture, but this is the end result. And all these little people are all like Q-tips that are dipped in paint, and all different colors of toothpick or Q-tips, basically.
How long would that take for someone to do?
Well, you get paid by the hour. It doesn't matter what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mary's referring to the miniature of the
Well, and this one too.
Yeah, this one too. This one's crazy also. The other one too, I really
look at the size.
Salt for water. The waterfall is salt.
Oh, that's so cool.
In Phantom Menace.
Man, this is a beautiful. This is
more patience than me. Dipping all these, painting all these Q-tip heads.
Well, you pay me enough, I'll do it.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Hey, you get to work on Star Wars. Heck, I'll do it for free.
Oh yeah. The entire set for Sean Connery's The Hunt for Red October was built to move like a real submarine.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. So it's like on a gimbal type thing.
It's really cool.
So I've never seen Hunt for Red October, so I'm assuming it moves around a lot.
It's a movie that has always been on my list that I just never got around to.
Yeah.
I guess I need to watch it now.
So it's not like the old Star Trek set where everybody just kind of threw themselves and then threw themselves and they tilt the camera. They actually had the set tilt.
Yeah, I guess this is the beginnings of what Inception did. Have you ever seen the behind the scenes stuff with Inception? Where the entire room fully rotates, like the hallway fully rotates. Okay. Have you seen Inception?
I saw some Inception when it first came out.
So there are shots where what's the guy who's also in The Dark Knight Rises? I'm forgetting his name. That same actor who was in both Inception and The Dark Knight Rises. There's like scenes of him where the entire hallway is rotating and he's moving through it because that's what's happening in the dream. That was practically built. This is the roots of that. That's pretty cool.
Mary is saying that's a crazy movie. I saw that one. I found Inception. It affected my equilibrium, like the same way I can't go on virtual rides.
Really,
I couldn't watch Inception. It was too mind bending for me.
Have you tried it at home, or was that just the theater?
No, at home.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. What was I watching the other day? I was watching it on my iPad. I actually almost got sick. I was
Wow.
watching some kind of an attraction of some sort, a roller coaster or something. And I was like, I had to put the iPod down because I'm going to throw up.
Wow.
Yeah, I get very sensitive that way. Okay.
1, 2, 10. Actor Ralph Footy on the set of 1990s Home Alone, fake gangster movie, Angels with Filthy Souls.
I wish this picture was in color. Because they didn't, like, I get it. They filmed it in black and white for Home Alone. That's one where he's watching. And yeah.
I would love to know like what the actual colors were, because I know that back when black and white film was being used, they would use green for certain shades of color. Yeah.
But yeah, I wish this picture was in color. But yeah, it's kind of cool to see this, that the filming of it. I like they got the bulletproof glass. They could have used that on that movie with Baldwin. That they could have used.
Did you hear about what Tarantino said recently?
I was going to have that in next week's headlines.
Oh, there. Okay, then we'll hold it.
You'll save it for next week.
Excuse me. Lighting a freeway for Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
This is crazy. This lighting effects or lighting that they did for filming a movie. Just film it during the day and put a dark lens filter on.
Well, lets you know how much, like, how fake movies are.
Yeah,
because you can see the streetlights are there.
yeah, the streetlights are lit up.
They're just lighting it more.
Yeah, this is what we need in my city. All the streetlights in my city turn purple. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Like they're purple lights
all the time.
Yeah, like the city got some kind of discount light bulbs, and they.
Well, I'm a nerd for design. There's probably a reason for it. If it's just that it's cheap light bulbs, that could also be it. That's the simplest answer. But
that's what it is. That they weren't purple when they installed them, but it's actually pretty cool. I think they might. I haven't driven out in the dark this year.
Interesting.
Yeah, but I'm running. I don't know if they're still purple or not. They said that they're going to replace them, but it was kind of cool seeing the purple lights.
I bet it would look crazy on the snow.
Yeah. That's the only time I drive at night is in the winter.
Jurassic World from 2015. Oh, I'm interested to see this.
So this is what I was talking about watching my King Kong. It was just CGI. The whole scene was CGI. How'd they have that job? Pretend you're a dinosaur walking around with this paper hat. All right, the next one's better.
Guardians of the Galaxy from 2014.
This is the job you want, where you get to be pet by a wrestler.
Well, at least he gets to have his face on camera now. He gets to even wear the wing now.
Yeah. They are LED lights. Hey, Steve, welcome to the show.
Hi, Steve.
I'd like to have this job where you get to get pet.
All right. In Star Wars: A New Hope, all the wide shots of Luke flying across Tatooine in his speeder were achieved by placing a mirror underneath a version of the prop with a motor and wheels.
Yeah. So here you can see the wheels and the mirror. The other thing too, though, is this has been altered because they added animation of the shadow. And the other thing too, I heard that they did was before, this is the newer version with the shadow, but the older version, the original version, it's kind of blurry. They put Vaseline on the film after to blur it a bit. But,
I love hearing all the tricks that they pulled to make it work, because just about every single one of the quote unquote tricks that they pulled for the original Star Wars that made it so amazing, just digital now.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, this would be digital now. They're throwing the land speeder to float. Yeah, it was weird getting your head pet. Vaseline. Yeah, they put Vaseline on the film.
Men in Black from 1997.
I had no idea. Yeah, so that little guy that's inside the head of the
It's
agent.
huge.
It's huge. I know.
That's really big.
Yeah, I'm guessing this is a hand puppet. Is what I'm guessing. So it's this size, and they made the head big.
Well, I mean, I guess if they needed it to have full articulation and move, it would be easier to make it that
Bigger.
size and
yeah.
But still,
yeah,
really big.
I was shocked when I saw that picture.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
I hope somebody has that
back in the 70s for sure. Moving along.
Spider-Man, War Machine, and Hulk behind the scenes of Avengers Endgame.
Kind of takes the magic away, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. All on a green screen.
And no practical suits whatsoever. All digital suits. Yeah, that one really takes the magic away.
Yes, it does.
Caleb loves the audio animatronics of the Men in Black one. Yeah, what the hell is going on here? Yeah, so they're wearing CGI suits, and then afterwards they put. So this is Hulk. So his entire body, face, everything would be CGI later. Spider-Man, I'm guessing they had his head, and everything else would have been CGI added for his costume. And same thing with War Machine.
Everything except his head.
Everything except for his head would be CGI.
One of my favorite presents I've gotten from my wife is the double box set of the special effects guru. He's won more Academy Awards than anybody else for special effects. Now,
Sam Whitmore.
No, I'm gonna come back with it. I'm just thinking of it to say that I miss practical effects after pictures like this.
Yeah. Yeah, Mary's saying, well, that kind of ruins it. It totally ruins it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We got to zip through these. We're over time already.
All right. Next one up is Baby Driver. While actors were busy performing, the real driver was on top of the car.
Yeah, this is crazy, eh?
That's really cool.
So this is the camera here, and that would be the actors. And then this guy's the one that's actually driving. Now, I always thought that they just put these like on a flatbed trailer, and that the flatbed trailer would drive, and then the camera could film the actual filming. But I guess this works too.
That's a new setup I've never seen before. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's kind of
really
like
cool.
it's kind of like Roger Rabbit with the car, and they had the driver kind of in the back seat, driving the car. Another Men in Black one.
Yeah. Next one is Men in Black. All the work that goes into capturing a shot of Will Smith sitting on a bench.
So we got this 3-second shot of Will Smith sitting on a bench. Yeah, it's like a whole film production crew, all those lighting rigs and everything. There's a cardboard box they're using to hold this one up. I guess they use what they got to use, but yeah, I thought that was kind of a neat shot.
It's so funny. You can see all the people just standing off to the side, like, I just want to go get my bagel.
Yeah, yeah. When is the store going to open? And all these people are telling all their friends, I got to see Will Smith shooting a movie. Okay,
all right. Next up, Josh Brolin and Zoe Saldana behind the scenes of Avengers Infinity War.
Again, it's a CGI suit.
Yeah, but like they've got the practical. Well, no, that's just a picture above him, huh?
Yeah, that gets taken. That's to help with the sight lines. So when she's talking to him, she can look him in the eye. Yeah, all the lighting involved in that Will Smith one that's intense. It's crazy. All righty, this one's cool. I like this one.
How they got that POV shot in E.T. the Extraterrestrial. Oh, that is cool.
This one's really cool.
Just a napkin.
Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of how I figured they did it. I did something similar to this back in the day when before video tapes, like VHS tape recorders, we had 8mm cameras, and I took off the Darth Vader TIE fighter model, the window, and I put it in front of the camera, so you got to see this, like the spokes of Darth Vader TIE, and I flew it around my yard to make it look like your Darth Vader's POV of flying.
Nice.
Yeah, so I did a video like that with an old 8mm camera. There you go, making yourself sound older again. Back in my day.
Let's see. Next up, how they filmed the train scene in Back to the Future 3.
So it was a model.
Yeah. I could have figured that. It looked like a model.
See, to me, it looked real. I kind of wondered how they did it, because to me, it looked like a real DeLorean and a real train.
As a kid who grew up at a different time when special effects was different,
yeah.
When I went back and watched this, it was like, oh yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, if I were to probably rewatch it now, I'd probably see it. But to me, I could have sworn that was a real DeLorean being pushed by a real train to get to however fast they had to go. Was it 888.88 kilometers an hour or whatever?
88 miles an hour.
Yeah, the ghost camera for the ET.
All right.
Two more.
Marlon Brando's jaw prosthetic for The Godfather.
Yeah, so that's not how he looks in real life. The way he looked in The Godfather. This is
how
how
he
he
just like clay it up, I guess.
I think it was just purely the prosthetic. I don't think there was any extra makeup added. I think that just pushed on his cheeks and helped him create the character. And this whole piece went into his chin and jaw and everything. I think it was how they did it. Yeah, it looks painful. Absolutely, that looks painful.
Oof. All right. Yeah, I don't think I could handle wearing something like that. Asylum set in the movie Shutter Island.
Yeah, so this one's cool. Nice model.
Oh man,
how would you like to have that model in your basement?
It'd be creepy, but cool.
That's cool. That's a really cool.
It is. It's really pretty.
Yeah.
And Hollywood doesn't appreciate that stuff. That probably got disassembled and taken apart.
Yeah, put it in the dumpster the day after shooting. And then the last one
is exterior of the sewer set in the movie It.
That's cool. The amount of work they put into this thing.
That's really cool.
I like that a lot. You just want to run around in there and play.
Yeah, and because of how it's built, there's a million different ways that you can shoot it, I'm sure. Oh man, and look at what they did on the inside. That's really great.
Yeah. There he goes. Oh my. Yeah, because you could do different angles to get different, all sorts of different stuff. There's a long runway here. Yeah, very neat. That's our show, gang.
Thanks for joining.
Yeah, this was a lot
Thanks
of fun.
for chatting.
I enjoyed this.
I'm frantically trying to find
who the special effects guy.
I can think of all the movies that this guy does. Rick Baker.
Okay.
Rick Baker is the special effects guy who did American Werewolf in London. He worked on The Exorcist. He worked on Men in Black sequels. So like he's like the winningest special effects guy. He's got a double coffee table book that my wife got me as a present.
Oh, nice.
Stuff like that. Just flipping through it, seeing the practical effects that were done in movies in the 70s and 80s. We don't do it like that anymore.
No.
Digital it up.
Yeah, unfortunately. Alrighty, it's great to see
Thanks
everybody
for joining, guys.
in the chat.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week. I'm sure you'll find something better to watch, but we'll see you next week anyways.
Good chatting with you.
Have a great week, everybody. Take
Bye.
care. I got to play this one again.
Let's start off with the top movies domestically, eh?
Yeah, we're not going to. left if you come to a fork in the road.
Yes, sir. Turn left at the fork in the road.
I don't believe that.
To infinity and beyond.
You're going to need a bigger motion.
How are you?
I'm great.
Why are you laughing?
I don't know.
What's your name?
My name's Darcy Lynn.
Orange? Who made the console orange?
Do I look orange?
I didn't touch it.
Orange is not my color.
Not me. Hello. Oh my gosh, I'm anxiety.
Green light. Red light.
I'll have what she's had.
Hey, where's the beef?
You.
What's that?
What's that?